Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Ginika Okoha. Welcome to AIM. For those of you who are just hearing about AIM, AIM stands for Alliance for the Improvement of Marriages. We are on Facebook and on Instagram at alliance_for_marriage. I am a marriage advocate, a relationship and marriage coach. Now, today's video, I want to talk about narrowing your exits. Now, what do I mean by exits and why is it so important to actually limit these exits? So basically, exits are ways that we act out our feelings rather than put them into words. So, for example, instead of spending time with your spouse, you would rather get involved in some social activities. You rather get involved in the kids' activities. You would rather stay late at work rather than come home and tell your spouse that you actually feel unhappy every time you're walking through the front door. Now, it's understandable that you have that feeling, you want to stay away. I mean, nobody wants to go through all that pain and all that drama associated with talking and expressing how you feel. But the thing is, how do you then identify what is wrong in the relationship if the both of you are distant and distracted? Moreover, for you to actually be emotionally and physically connected, the both of you have to be together. You both of you have to have a relationship. You both of you have to talk about things. Okay? So, now, for you to actually have a loving and satisfying relationship, the both partners have to draw their energies back into the relationship. So let's imagine two people who are in a very unsatisfying relationship. Now, because of the emptiness that they feel in their relationships and in their lives, they tend to fill it up with subsequent activities. So let's look at the woman's exit. Now, in addition to her career or her successful business and raising kids, so she has a passion for physical fitness. She has an active social life. She's involved in the kids' school programs or activities. She's involved in some church activities or social club activities. So she's always busy. So Monday to Friday, she's at work. When she comes back, she's gone into something else. So basically, she's very, very busy. Now, for her to have a satisfying relationship, in fact, what all those activities, what they are actually doing is that they are taking away the vital energy that she needs for her relationship, and she's putting them into all these activities. And if that woman is to decide, okay, that she needs to cut back on all these activities, she would first have to identify which one is termed an exit and which one should be termed an essential activity. Now, for her to be able to answer this question, she needs to ask herself, is the reason why I'm doing this activity is to actually avoid spending time with my spouse? Now, if the answer is yes, then she needs to now have this conversation. It's a subject that she needs to have with her husband. She needs to discuss it. And then also, she needs to now they need to talk about why she actually has that, why she has that feeling. Okay, so she says, okay, so I'm always going to the gym because, okay, let me not use gym because gym is a healthy thing. I'm always going to the movies with the girls, or I'm always doing this because I just don't want to spend time with my husband at home. So when she realizes that, okay, this is actually an exit, she needs to have this conversation with her husband and say, babes, I'm always doing this because I feel every time I talk, it doesn't get anywhere. We explode. I feel scared. I feel lonely, and all that. Then, so find, okay, so reason, why do you feel these things? So that is a process. Now, speaking about process, the process to actually limit these exits is not something that just happens overnight. It's a gradual process. And one of the reasons why it actually takes long is because it requires a lot of soul searching and for people to actually identify, okay, so this is really why I'm doing this. This is the reasons why I'm getting involved in all these activities. And then that having that conversation too actually takes some tremendous amount of courage, because that is the reason why you're staying away, because you don't want to have this conversation. So it actually takes a long time to do this. But you see, the funny thing is, once you start having this conversation, it actually narrows down the exits, and then eventually you tend to start closing all these exits. Talking openly about your fears actually creates a deep sense of connection between the both of you, and it will also reduce that need to actually create exits. So basically, that's communication, you know. So that's what narrowing exits are about. Now, I wanted to do this video because I've had a series of coaching that I've done over the past week or so, and then I realized that that's really the most essential thing that happens when there's conflict. Now, once you notice that both couples are now getting involved in other activities and not with themselves, then they really now need to start thinking, okay, so am I creating an exit in this relationship, or are these things essential? Okay? All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I would appreciate your feedbacks and your comments. Please follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. Thank you. Bye.